I'm the director of the Alonzo A. Crim Center for Urban Educational Excellence. I'm also a faculty member in the Department of Early Childhood Education in the College of Education at Georgia State University. And the book I brought to share is The Dot by Peter Reynolds. So I was introduced to The Dot in graduate school, if you believe it or not. So The Dot is about a little girl named Vashti, and Vashti believes that she's a really horrible artist. And a teacher basically says to Vashti one day, just start by drawing a dot and then go from there. And Vashti ends up drawing all different types of dots, big dots, little dots, multicolored dots, and actually realized that she's really a phenomenal artist. So Vashti noticed the little boy gazing up at her. "You're really a great artist. I wish I could draw," he said. "I bet you can," said Vashti. "Me? No, not me. I can't draw a straight line with a ruler." Vashti smiled. She handed the boy a blank sheet of paper. "Show me." The boy's pencil shook as he drew his line. Vashti stared at the little boy's squiggle, and then she said, "Please sign it." And so what I learned from this book, I take away two things. One is the power of great teachers to inspire children to do amazing things and to realize their potential. That's one of the things. And as a teacher, I really connect with that. The second piece is this belief in your ability to do anything that you want to do. And it's something that I want to encourage in my own children, but any children I work with, is that deep inside of you, you don't know what you're capable of doing. And so that's really the things I pull away from The Dot. So for me, because I'm a writer also as a college professor, I do a lot of writing. Reading is all about sharing ideas. So if you think back way back in history to Gutenberg and the creation of the printing press. I mean, this was the first opportunity for people to be able to put ideas down on paper and then send them around the world to share with other people. So reading is an opportunity to share your ideas, or to hear other people's ideas as well. I'm not big into favorites, so I don't have a lot of favorite things. I love children's books, though. I really am a big fan of children's books. I think it's the elementary teacher in me. I'm also a dad, so reading a children's book allows me to share some moments, some really great moments with my children. So I really enjoy children's books. I think the wonderful thing about reading is it allows you to kind of paint the pictures yourself. It allows you to play with your own ideas. So when you read a great piece of fiction, or you read a great dramatic, I mean, the idea is your mind and your imagination is actually a part of the process. So with TVs and movies and video games, a lot of that's already done for you. Reading allows you to be involved. All right, so I guess in terms of a takeaway, a last comment, I speak as a father, I guess, and I try as much as possible to keep books in my children's lives. Even as a teacher, I try to keep books in my children's lives, and I encourage them just to open the cover, because you never know what you're going to find. You never know what you're going to run into when you open the cover and start to play with those ideas inside a book. So I encourage all children, pick up a book and read.
Hello children, my name is Anthony Abner. I'm the program manager for T.E.A.M AmeriCorps, and the book I chose is I Ain't Gonna Paint No More. I chose this book because sometimes reading by yourself can get boring, but with I Ain't Gonna Paint No More, you can definitely include yourself, your friend, even your parents in it. You can have a whole party, because you know what? I ain't gonna paint no more. Now, I ain't gonna paint no more. Still I ain't complete till I paint my feet. Now I ain't gonna paint no more. I ain't gonna paint no more, no more. I ain't gonna paint no more. But I'm such a nut, gonna paint my... We don't say that word. What? Y'all don't faint, cause there ain't no paint. So I ain't gonna paint no more.
Hello, my name is Deron Cooper, and I am a student at Georgia State University, as well as a T.E.A.M AmeriCorps member. And today, I'm going to read The Lion and the Little Red Bird. Lion, lion, the bird chirped, delighted. How did these pictures get here? The lion smiled, dipped his tail into a bowl of shiny red berry juice, and painted a picture of the bird chirping on a berry bush. the bird sang while the lion painted. She sang a song without any questions, full of color and joy. The lion had never heard anything so unusual and so pretty. Just listening made him happy. In the morning, the storm was past. The world shone fresh and bright. The lion's tail was very red, and the little bird knew why. She sang her happiest song and wondered what the lion would paint that night. The reason why I chose The Lion and the Little Red Bird is because I read it when I was a little boy, and I really enjoyed the story of how this lion and this red bird came together.
Hi, my name is Ashley Woodard, and the book I've chosen as my favorite book is Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs by Jody Barrett. What I really love about this book is that it lets you explore weather and also your imagination. The beauty about your imagination is that there are really no limits. So that's why this book is my favorite book, because it lets your imagination run wild. That night, touched off by the pancake incident at breakfast, Grandpa told us all the best tall tale bedtime stories he had ever told. Across an ocean, over lots of huge bumpy mountains, across 3 hot deserts and 1 smaller ocean, there laid a tiny town of chew and swallow. In most ways, it was very much like any other town. It had a main street lined with stores, houses and trees, and gardens around them. A schoolhouse and about 300 people, and sometimes assorted cats and dogs. But there were no food stores in the town of Chew and Swallow. They didn't need any. The sky supplied all the food that they could possibly want. The only thing that was really different about Chew and Swallow was its weather. It came 3 times a day, at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The thing that everyone ate came from the sky.
Greetings, my name is Garfield Bright, and I am a graduate research assistant in the Alonzo A. Crim Center for Urban Educational Excellence. And I have chosen to read The Places You'll Go by Dr. Seuss. I'm inspired by this book because as a child I read many Dr. Seuss books. And this particular one is about, individual agency and knowing the power within. And so I really think that this speaks to a lot of youth who see themselves as independent people. And it sticks with you. Later on in life, a lot of the lessons that you kind of like build upon come from these books. And so, read you a little bit. Congratulations! Today is your day. You're off to great places. You're off and away. You have brains in your head. You have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose. You're on your own. And you know what you know. And you are the guy who will decide where to go.
Greetings, my name is Crystal Bradley. I am the Program Director for Georgia State University T.E.A.M AmeriCorps, Technology, Environment, and Math. My favorite book, or my favorite children's book, and also is just so happens my son's favorite book, is entitled Dreams, and it's written by Ezra Jack Keats. I love Dreams because it has such wonderful illustrations in the book. I really feel like books with great illustrations help you to kind of live the book and see what's going on and actually be able to get into the book more. And my son loves the books for the same reason, so it's something that we can definitely share together, and it amazes me every time he says he likes that book and that author. Then it happened. His pajama sleeve brushed the paper mouse off the windowsill. It sailed away from him. Down it fell, turning this way and that, casting a big shadow on the wall. The shadow grew bigger and bigger and bigger. The dog howled and ran away.